Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and I done goofed. I done goofed. I didn't even think of that before I turned on the camera, so I got kind of happy right there. Man, I'm reminding myself of White Boy right now. You can tell, you can see when White Boy gets a glimmer of fucking, oh my god, I just had a great idea. Alex, I consider him a friend of mine. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to another great friend of mine, Rob, aka Muzzafuzza. I don't know. I would say Alex is a great friend of mine. He's a good friend, but Rob is a great friend of mine, and I don't think he gets enough views on YouTube. So real quick, shout out to Muzzafuzza. So why am I making a video now? Why did I just randomly turn the camera on tonight when I've been kind of silent on social media for the past month? Well, I like making YouTube videos a lot. I I have some explaining to do. I think that's really what this boils down to is a lot of people on the internet are not so pleased with me right now, so I have some explaining to do. I could try and convolute the matter at hand and try and justify myself, which I'm gonna probably end up doing a little bit of in this video, honestly. But I'm not gonna make this about myself more than it. I mean, it. This is weird. This is really kind of about myself as it gets. I'm making a YouTube video talking to people who used to watch me all the time on YouTube because that's really the way it is. Fuck. Like, I told my dad, fuck. This is as personal as it really gets. You guys are like another friend in my life. Let me really say that. Like, I know I've heard other YouTubers say that, but when I say that, I mean like literally. There are things I tell you when I grab my phone. Like my phone is my friend, and then you guys, I guess, are just like Facebook friends. So because I like read your comments online, it's so weird. You being a YouTuber is so weird. Forget it. I'm not gonna try to explain that aspect of it, guys. I am just a human being, and I started putting up YouTube videos about what I was most passionate about, not in any attempt, way, shape, or form to try to profit. And I was thrown into a world of business, an entertainment world, where um, I didn't know how to handle myself, really. I was very young, and I was 15 or 14 when I started my channel. I'm now 19. It's 2014. I started my channel in 2009. That means I was 14, I think. Um, so yeah, this shit isn't easy. I'm not talking about business. I'm just saying, kind of dealing with the stress of being a YouTuber. It's really the hate, and not all YouTubers get hate. That's the thing. See, I guess that's what I'm here to talk about. My hate. And this is coming from deep down within me after a lot of introspective thinking tonight. I was writing a legal document. Legal documents lead to some introspective thinking. Let me just make that observation. And there's several people watching this video. God, my life is so weird right now. This is true. There are several people potentially who watch these videos who have watched a lot of my other videos who might think that I was writing a legal document about them because I've been screwed over in business now 3 times in the past year, and it's the reason why I had to move back in with my parents. 4 times, sort of, if you count the YouTube network I started sort of falling through. But that was not the fault of any one person. That was a company that just didn't exactly succeed. I guess I don't. I'm not really that experienced in business, so I hate to have an opinion on YouTube about business when I feel like it'll end up. I don't know. I don't like to talk about subjects I'm not really an expert on. And speaking of subjects that I'm experts on, Call of motherfucking Duty. That game, I was such an expert on it that I started putting up YouTube videos online on the internet about it and trying to teach people about what I was really best at in life and just give for free my knowledge away to the internet. It started completely as a wild endeavor to try and beat a Blame Truth video I remember I saw where he went 25 and 5 on ambush with an AK and he was using a red dot, and I was like, man, you should not use red dots on AK-47s in COD 4 because I came from the competitive world like T Martin. I'm just a fucking kid who I'm trying to break this boundary between, oh my god, that's a YouTuber, and that's just a normal fucking guy. That's Sam. He was born just like you were born. He's got problems just like you got problems. Acne, fucking shitty facial hair. I mean, I really can't grow much of a beard. And this is 2, 3. This might be even 4 days. This might be a 4-day beard. You don't want to be Sam Batesh. I just said my last name. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Anyway, this video is running long. I can see 5 minutes 50 seconds. I'm continuing to eat up my hard drive. I think it's like 750 left on this iPhone. Not that I have multiple iPhones on this device. I really want to finish this video by saying I'm just a kid on the internet, and yeah, I went crazy for the past couple months on social media and said a lot of dumb shit and was ego-y and douchey. I'm sorry. I apologize to my fans for that, but I'm trying to come back to YouTube. And I'm doing everything I'm doing in my life to just try and be the best person that I could be. I want to have the best impact I can possibly have on the people around me. That's why I'll say these things about Minecraft and motherfucker. I'm talking about, I don't know if I talked about that in this video yet. Coming soon. I'm afraid about how I'll catch myself here and do a video to amend that on that subject. But anyway, I don't want to do multiple cuts, multiple takes. YouTubers watching this will know what I mean. I think everyone should be YouTubers. I think we should all just say, fuck these big TV companies. Look at this fucking internet machine and how much attention it is buying up for free. For next to free. Not free. For free. For free. Next to free. Next. It's literally fucking so cheap to get movies compared to back in the day. What can you get 100 movies for on the internet? Yeah. uTorrent. These BitTorrent. Like, these are real sites. Like, this is, we're not living in non-mega upload land. We're living in Google's world. Mega Upload and Rapid Share. These are all tools that you guys probably know about because this is real life and you guys are gamers, and fucking A, life is weird because that's what the people wanted. Listen, the wants and needs of the people are feeding a consumerist lifestyle, a consumerist society that we live in that really isn't sustainable because 51% of greenhouse gases are caused by livestock. Read up on it. Bill Gates gave a TED Talk about it, or I don't know if it was a TED Talk, but Bill Gates is where I got that idea from. It's either an article or a TED Talk. I don't know, but we are on our way to a pretty troubling future or pretty awesome future. We're just kind of rolling the dice now, and a lot of people who are alive. A lot of people who are alive do not realize the magnitude of the situation at hand. I know this is the part of the video where I'm going to lose most people, and people are going to go, you're crazy, xJawz, but Google just announced they might be able to extend the human life expectancy by Google. You know what that means? Do you have any idea what that means? Do you know what the number Google truly means? They're saying they might be able to turn life into software, and the amount of time they say this life could carry itself on the software alive is simply as long as the power source can be on. And you could hypothetically create this power, or have this power source be anything that can create power. And do you know how easy it is to make power in the world we live in today? You gotta mine. I mean, you don't gotta. I mean, you can just have a person, but let's not get into that. Fuck. There's a lot of shit to learn. There's a lot of shit I don't know. There's a lot of shit your parents don't know, and a lot of people who you would think have answers. There's just a lot of fucking... Here, I'll sum up the world in a sentence, because I'm trying to pack as much good shit into one video, which is why I'm letting this go over 10 minutes. I think that most of the people in the world are full of shit. Everyone's looking for happiness. When I say full of shit, I just mean most people aren't that smart, but will still give an answer. Does that make sense? Most people aren't that smart. Anyway, I'm not going to repeat that one. I think it's crazy that Americans drink fluoridated water. 70% of Americans drink fluoridated water, at least. I think, and if you want to know why, just Google it. I think it's crazy that 15% of kids in the U.S. and a significant percentage of kids in other countries are prescribed hyper deficit disorder, attention deficit disorder disease, because I've taken those pills and they're just like cocaine to me. I've tried cocaine. I'm willing to admit it on YouTube. It's more than most people who've tried cocaine are willing to do as far as admitting it anywhere. And I'm willing to say that because I really care about my impact and my influence more than my happiness, more than almost my family. That's a really hard place for me to go, because I still think I'm sane. I still think that despite how insane so many people will think I am, I think at the end of the day, you stack my opinions next to yours, most people are going to tell me that my opinions are pretty sane. And I don't know what to say about yours, because I'm talking to a fucking camera here, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many of you guys, and you guys could say a lot of different shit, but guys, I'm saying 70% of U.S. drinking water is fluoride, and it's banned in China and the UK and a bunch of places. And this is the information I feel I have to expose so that the FBI goes, fuck up. He just told them some really bad shit. All right. And I think the proliferated effect of me telling you some crazy shit like this, the government doesn't like. I want you to go look up when they started fluoriding water and what other countries have made it illegal because they believe it's poisonous. And learn a little bit about it, because it'll scare you. Secondly, I want you guys to genuinely think about the millions of dollars being made by entertainment stars in the world today, both on and off YouTube, because I've met the biggest of both worlds. There's not many people who can say that they've partied with Justin Bieber or hung out with Little Twist, and I consider, it doesn't matter. These people, YouTubers and celebrities alike, they're the same in so many ways. They're really not that different. They're people having fun who don't necessarily feel they deserve as much fun as they're having. I'm serious. And like a good example of that, for the record, is Mike Posner, one of the most thankful fucking dudes, just always just like amazed by life, it seems. Now, I don't mean to talk about his personal life. I apologize to him if he ends up seeing this and thinks that's weird that I would say that publicly. But he just seemed like a really awesome, thankful dude whenever I got to chill with him. I just think most people I think these YouTubers are these celebrities in general, are all a lot more normal than you think. And I think that way too many people watch and care about celebrities. And those words do not do justice to the point I'm making about how people spend their time alive every day. You're alive. You're awake. You could do anything you fucking want. You could sit on a couch eating Cheetos, Doritos, A&W, a Big Mac. Let me keep going. I got a point. I'm going somewhere with this. Lay's sour cream and onion chips, and some Planters Cashews Lovers Mix, like I got right here. Or you could go start a business, or you could go kill someone, or you could go start a charity, or you could go try and get a plane ticket to Africa. There's a million fucking things you could do. But the unintended consequences of people's actions are usually much more severe than they think they are. And those words are the ones that truly do not do justice to the ideas and the knowledge I have that's behind it and the reasoning for why I would even say that. But I'll try real quick in 30 seconds. I'm going to do this in 30 seconds. It's 57:58. Consumerism is the true evil in America, across the world. The U.S. nation is far too business focused, and people need to begin to understand money does not cause happiness. Money brings freedom, freedom brings happiness, but freedom, before there was money, would bring you happiness because you found your food, or you saved up enough food for 5 days, okay? There we go, 30 seconds. Bam. I tried. But I want to elaborate really quick here on that. We cannot grasp the magnitude of the times we live in, I think. I think we really just think, oh shit, shit's fun, Apple, woo! Let's all party, woo! Let's get drunk, let's get high! Look, I've got a medical card, so I can show you guys this. This is not a tobacco pipe. This is, in fact, a marijuana smoking device. This is my personal pipe here. My parents have a smoke shop, for those of you guys I need to remind or who don't know already, whatever. So that's kind of part of what I'm working on out here. And I don't want to start getting douchey and ego on you guys, but I'm trying to do good business and trying to really make a positive impact with the business, the different businesses that I make. So I'm making sure not to do any business and promote anything that I could consider immoral, which is way harder to do if you, like, it's way harder if you adhere to the morals that I adhere to. And you guys will hear a whole bunch about those over the next week or so on YouTube. I'm going to be kind of coming forward with all my crazy beliefs and ideologies and all that sort of stuff. So, oh, and by the way, I talked about being stoned on my channel in like 2010. Yeah, come on, get with the times. This is going to be so many people going, holy shit, oh. Well, now you can go leave a comment underneath their comment and go, I knew about this shit from 2010, sucker. I knew this kid was getting high. Now I'm just fucking around and having fun. I'm surprised. My phone had this much battery, or this much memory in it. I remember deleting MP3 files. I guess they are letting me run long. So I still don't have an indicator saying that I've only got 10 seconds. So I don't know. I think the red light comes on at 30 or 10. I don't know. I'm starting to ramble. Anyway, guys, I will see you later. I hope you guys are strapped in and ready to enjoy an epic, fun, interesting ride on my channel for the next year. And just know that one last thing before you guys go. I have other charity stuff I'm working on and announcements to come in the future, but just a big one. My fuck you to all the money haters, or all the money whore sayers and haters, all the people who have ever called me a money whore. January 1st, 2015, I'm going to no longer accept for personal use any of the money from the xJawz YouTube channel. It's just going to go to charity unless I'm homeless. So next year, if I'm on YouTube, I'm doing it because I started homeless, because I was just about homeless earlier this fucking year, but it's not really true. I mean, my parents are going to let me be homeless, but if it weren't for my parents, I'd be homeless right now. So, yeah. Time to get an apartment. Time to get a hold of things and get ready for an interesting 2014. Life's about to get crazy. Google robots are coming. Holy shit. Life's just going to be fucking sick. It's all a fucking game. Life's a game. Life's your oyster. Just try and have as much fun as possible and do as many things that you feel are right and you feel are going to be looked upon in the future. When people look at, people read about your life, or when people find out about your life, they're going to go, you know what? That guy, he was a good guy. I like him. Or I would have liked him if he died. So, with those heavy words, I'm out. Peace. 21 minutes, damn. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and in my last video, I had a lot of hate, obviously, and I had a lot of people telling me that I was crazy. A lot of people asserting that I was still on drugs that I'm not on, and a lot of people telling me I should go back to Call of Duty, which I don't enjoy anymore, by the way. This was the first year Activision paid YouTubers. They paid a couple YouTubers each $20,000 to do some videos for them, and I'm not going to name them, but you know, this was, I think, the first year Activision really realized they don't have that strong of a game, and that they got some competition. And I'm just here to say I have never once been paid by Activision. I'm not really that much of a fan of theirs. I'm a really big fan of the guys who created Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty 2, who used to work at Infinity Ward and now work for Respawn. I was putting out a game with EA called Titanfall. I'm looking forward to trying out and seeing if it's good. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about gaming. I'm here to, this is going to sound weird, I'm here to challenge the status quo. I'm here to actually, I'll put it really simply, I'm here to convince you guys that I'm not actually crazy, but the world that we live in is. So if you're crazy, that actually kind of makes sense, because the world we live in is pretty crazy, and, well, if it causes you to be crazy as a result, that doesn't actually sound too crazy to me. That actually kind of sounds logical. Now, I actually am of the rare opinion that I used to be crazy, and that now I'm not. Now, not a lot of people have that opinion. Now, I think you kind of need that opinion to be sane. I think you kind of need to be able to look back and see the error in so many ways to really be considered someone I consider sane, because there's very few people from the get-go who got it all right. So with that all said, I really just care about my influence and impact on the world, and I'm not going to make every video some deep, dark subject, because I'm going to cover a couple dark subjects today, but I really wanted to put out a few more videos before I get into Titanfall and back into gaming, summing up me, because right now a lot of people think I'm crazy and don't want to hear anything but Call of Duty tips and tricks out of my mouth. Well, it's my YouTube channel. Fuck off. Alright, so I don't mean to be rude. I'm really not trying to be mean towards my fans and my supporters. There's just a lot of people out there telling me to shut up and go back to Call of Duty, and it's starting to piss me off, hopefully understandably, to the people who support me. Anyway, let's talk about lobbying for a second. So, lobbying is legal in the United States. It's not legal in most countries, but it's legal in the United States. And it is bribery of politicians that is public. It's public knowledge that the majority of politicians, a vast majority of politicians, Google the definition of the world, the phrase vast majority, the vast majority of politicians accept bribes from corporations, and then they pass laws and vote on things and make decisions that affect over 99% of the people around them, because that truly is the 1%, the people making the decisions, not the people with the money. They're not making the decisions. Bill Gates is lobbying the government to spend more money on foreign aid. He does not control really what the government does. The government really, the governments are the big forces in the world, and the U.S. government is one motherfucking power out of all of them. It is a hell of a power out of all the governments. Anyway, they accept and make rules based on these bribes, accept these bribes, and we haven't rioted over it. We haven't gone crazy over it. And I think there should be riots in the streets, and I think there should be mass hysteria over lobbying. Let's move on to some crazier subjects that hopefully will be indicative of some lobbying that you guys could piece together in your heads and start realizing, holy fuck, kind of makes sense that Sam went crazy. All right, so did you guys know that over 70% of U.S. drinking water has fluoride in it? I'm sure you did. It's actually pretty common knowledge. It's been advertised a bunch to kids as a positive thing. However, did you know that it's illegal in China and 98% of European Union countries to fluoride water, and that there have been a number of studies, including a Harvard study, saying that fluoride causes both bone cancer and brain damage? Because it's a cumulative poison. That part is universally accepted by scientists in the United States and across the world. It's a cumulative poison exactly like radiation. So the more you consume, the worse it is for you over time. And we're consuming little bits and bits and bits every time we drink. Almost every time we drink U.S. water. Coca-Cola actually didn't let the U.S. government in the 80s fluoride their products. So you can drink their products. But speaking of Coca-Cola, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists who say they've killed union members acting up to try and raise minimum wages. So I don't really think they're that moral either. And also, speaking of morality in Coca-Cola, corn, the primary sugar provider, the primary thing that the sugar comes from, used in Coca-Cola products, corn and sugar together, I think, make up the most serious addiction in the United States. And Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King, those guys are all drug dealers to me, because I think that sugar is a drug, and a lot of people agree with me. Do some research. And I think it's one of those things that we push back our sadness with. And on the topic of sadness, I'll link a TED Talk to this on an annotation on your screen and in the description about how there's a lot of people who actually believe that there's a chance that the majority of the world is depressed. And I actually give that claim some, I'll say, I give it the time of day to consider. I don't want to say it's a truth that it is true that most of the world is depressed. I don't want to say that. I want to say it makes sense to me, because there's not a lot of therapists in third world countries. And also, when you go to the doctor, you usually have a more serious ailment than, oh, I'm sad. And I think, people should, I think people really take for granted how awesome life is in the U.S. and Canada and the U.K. and a lot of very modern countries. Anyway, moving forward, let's talk about the war on drugs. Extremely, extremely important topic. So the war on drugs, first of all, doesn't include alcohol and tobacco and sugar. When alcohol and tobacco alone, forget sugar, which is the primary cause of heart disease and a whole load of other problems that people face, obesity and all, that cause tons of deaths every year. Alcohol and tobacco alone cause more deaths than heroin, cocaine, and crack combined. And yet we wage war against those other drugs when we see in Portugal, which has the lowest recidivism rates of any country, the lowest addiction rates of any country, and the most relaxed laws on drugs, we see from Portugal that our system of dealing with addiction and addicts is completely backwards. Because what they do is they send therapists in to talk to people who are doing drugs at clinics. You can actually go do your drugs at a clinic, a free public clinic, and they'll try and help you rather than arrest you. It's a hell of a different way to deal with addiction, wouldn't you say? So those are just a few examples of how crazy things are, and I want you guys to really think about the world we live in and how fucked up things are. Oh, and by the way, 51% of greenhouse gases, that's the majority of the greenhouse gases are caused by livestock, and that's what Bill Gates is on right now. That's what he's talking about. He's a vegan, and he's promoting that we cut back our livestock reserves, our livestock production, the mass killing of animals, not because of any moral reasons related to PETA or animal cruelty or rights. No, this is because of the people that will be affected from the climate change. He's worried that just because we are so set on eating meat, we're going to end up causing ourselves to face climate change, not even because of all the oil that we're burning into the sky with 93,000 flights a day and, millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of cars across the world every day burning oil. And it is because of this food fact and it's because of this oil fact that I think most people are crazy and that I'm not. Because everyone's playing their role in helping hurt the environment of tomorrow. Not everyone's playing their role in trying to help it. And not enough people are talking about it, really. Everyone's just kind of, in our age group, playing games and going to school and having fun and being happy-go-lucky. And in the older ages, honestly, I just don't see nearly enough activism to try and change things. I'm not trying to be the leader of any movement. I'm not trying to be anything other than just me, and I'm trying to be honest. So anyway, guys, those are my crazy conspiracy thoughts for the day. Conspiracy is just planning. Conspiracy is just conspiring. Google it. And theories are just hypotheses, educated guesses. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like rating. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Life is so fucked up. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Be safe.
What am I supposed to do when half the people are going, that was great, and the other half are going, you're evil? Is it my job to go into their lives and try and please them? I actually had a woman say, why can't you do things that appeal to everyone? That's impossible. What a burden. No one's done that yet. That will be a challenge. I will please all people. And I also got, someone made a comment at the club going, we don't come to comedy to think. Gee, where do you go to think? I'll meet you there. We don't have to do this here.
Isn't there a sort of halfway between?
But my way is halfway between. This is a nightclub, and these are adults. And what do you expect? What you're going to see on TV? No, this isn't TV live. And also, it's my show.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do? Change my own outlook and my beliefs to be what to them? I try to talk to the audience the same way I talk to my friends, to take away the artifice of show business and actually have a feeling of a conversation going on. If some of the audience gets offended, then they're saying to me, I don't want to be your friend. And that's fine.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and I got Destiny, and I also got a new console. And as you could probably guess, that is what you're watching right here, some new console Destiny gameplay. So, I'm not amazing at Destiny yet, and I know that might sound cocky, and I don't want it to. I'm still brushing up all my Destiny skills. Now, don't get me wrong, or more so, I'm still brushing up on my gaming skills because I really haven't gamed in about a year and a half. And I'm sure a lot of you guys would like an update video about me and what's going on, and I won't say no to that if that's something you guys want, obviously. And yeah, I'll probably do one of those really soon, but my channel has always been focused on gaming and not my personal life, and I thought about that a lot the past year since I've really been into YouTube. And honestly, it's been probably about 2.5 years since I was really a frequent uploader. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'll probably do an update video on my life really soon, and I actually bought a whiteboard to do a Draw My Life because my boy Rob, aka Muzzafuzza, told me about Draw My Lives and what they are. So I'm probably going to do one of those soon because it sounded really interesting and cool, and I don't know. Anyway, so right here, like I said, you're watching some Destiny gameplay, and I have been enjoying the crap out of this game. Now, I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression, like this is going to be my new favorite game in the world, and this is all I'm going to want to play.
but it's definitely a hell of a lot more interesting than Call of Duty is to me right now. That's not to say I don't enjoy Call of Duty a fair amount, though. Now, Ghosts is its own beast. I really haven't played much Ghosts at all. And really, I just haven't been into gaming lately. And contrary to all the... I don't really want to get into it, but, you know, I'm not really super into Ghosts, so even though I could have done videos the past year and a half on my channel and done YouTube as a living and for fun on the side, it didn't sound fun enough for me to want to do it, and it's just the money wasn't a factor. It was just I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. But this game seems awesome. Now, here's what it is not, and this is what I was hoping for. This is not a Call of Duty killer. I'm just going to tell you straight off the bat, if you are a Call of Duty fan like myself, and that's what you love, you're not going to fall in love with this game. You're going to enjoy it, and you're probably going to enjoy it more than Halo, which is what I found. But, and sorry to not talk about the gameplay here, guys, but I figure a lot of you guys are still debating whether or not you want to purchase the game. So I figured I'd just kind of give you guys a synopsis on it to start the commentary. But, and excuse my voice, I think I'm a little clogged up from allergies still. But, yeah, it's more like Halo than it is like Call of Duty to me. Now, is there sprinting, which makes it like Call of Duty? Yes. Is there a reticle on the screen that makes it like Call of Duty? Yes. Is the health is it a little bit easier to kill people, which is more like Call of Duty? Sort of. But here's what's like Halo. Everyone starts out with pretty simple, similar class setups. Now you have the ability to change with a good amount of variety, and actually very uniquely, you can change your classes throughout the game at any time, whenever you want. And don't worry, it's not at all like one-man army in any way, shape, or form. It's or I guess it is a little bit, but it's not overpowered at all. Don't worry. But anyway, here's what's like Halo. It doesn't play very linearly, where you're constantly worrying about who's in front of you, and to the left and to the right. You're almost always having to worry, especially when you're towards the middle of the map, whether someone's going to be above you, below you, and what weapon they might have, sort of. I don't know, that's a little bit less important, although the weapons get a little crazy, and that's one of the things I really don't like. It has a lot of features like Halo with these special weapons that you can find around the map, basically. And then this right here, which is the Golden Gun, which is the special ability of the Hunter class, which is the class I recommend if you get on the game. It's the game that's, or it's the class that's most just like about your gun and melee. The other classes, you know, are knife-based, and one's like magic-based, but it really just has this incredible special ability where a guy slams on the ground, sort of like he's the Hulk, and kills everything around him, which is a little bit annoying, and in my opinion, just a tiny bit overpowered. That's not my main concern about the game, without a doubt, but yeah, it plays a lot like Halo. The health is the biggest thing for me. I really wish this game, I think I'm going to make a whole video about specifically my suggestions, but I really wish this game had lower health, because then it would make it a much more approachable game for just one player, for all the individual players. And there's so many things I want to get into suggestion-wise that will probably never get factored into the game, but I figure I'll make it its own video, because it sort of deserves it, and this is sort of more of a first impressions video. The tips I'll give you guys, if you're already playing the game, I guess we'll get into that. If you're looking for a good weapon to use, the Shinjin C, which you can buy, I think after like level 12 is a great assault rifle with a really high magazine capacity, and that's really, really important, again, because of how high the health is. And again, the hunter class is what I really recommend. With the Shinjinsi, you can get some really nice attachments for it as you use it, like the scope that's on it, increased damage. And then I really like the Deadlander MK84 shotgun, I believe it is. It's got 132 attack. You'll get that from the gunsmith in the tower as well. Not too hard to acquire. I've heard, especially from my friend J Nasty, aka Justin, who is an incredible Destiny player. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below, because you guys know I've always been about promoting guys who have incredible gameplay. He was telling me that the best way to go is to get the legendary guns that have, or the rare guns that you get from playing a good amount of single player, or you can get from playing certain strike missions, or the strike mission playlist, because they have really high magazine capacities. So that's something I'm probably going to be trying to do soon. Just a little tip I thought I'd throw in there. And also, with the golden gun, since you just saw me using it right there, do not wait to use your special ability. Use it as often as possible. Don't go overboard and use it when you don't need it at all, but do not let it just sit there, because that's taking away from your ability to continue racking up super abilities. Anyway, or your special ability. Anyway, that's the end of this game mode gameplay. The final score was 30-5, and there were no kill streak kills really. The golden gun got me like, I want to say like 5, maybe 7 at most. But I still had to kill players with my gun, although it is kind of a kill streak. So yeah, take it for what you will. It's a 5 KD gameplay. I'm not amazing at this game yet. I'm still getting used to the new controller. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and you want to see more, and yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Peace.